Once upon a time, in a cozy burrow beneath a large oak tree, there lived a mischievous young rabbit named Peter. He was a curious and adventurous bunny, always eager to explore the world beyond his family's burrow. One sunny morning, while his mother, Mrs. Rabbit, was busy tending to their carrot garden, Peter decided to venture into Mr. McGregor's garden, which was known as a forbidden place among the rabbit community. But Peter was determined to taste the luscious vegetables he had heard so much about. As Peter hopped through the dew-covered grass and sneaked into Mr. McGregor's garden, he felt a mix of excitement and fear. He couldn't resist nibbling on the plump, juicy carrots and crunchy lettuce leaves. He lost track of time, indulging in the garden's bounty. Suddenly, Peter heard the heavy footsteps of Mr. McGregor approaching. Panicking, he darted for the nearest hole in the fence. His fluffy tail barely made it through the gap, leaving behind a tuft of fur as Mr. McGregor's hand swiped at him. Breathing heavily, Peter managed to escape, but realized he had left his cozy blue jacket behind. He hopped all the way home with his heart pounding. Mrs. Rabbit was not pleased when she saw her son's disheveled state and the missing jacket. She scolded him for his recklessness and warned him about the dangers of Mr. McGregor's garden. Peter, feeling guilty and a little embarrassed, promised to be more careful. Days turned into weeks, and Peter couldn't forget his adventure. His curiosity got the best of him, and one sunny afternoon, he decided to return to the forbidden garden to retrieve his jacket. This time, he was more cautious, carefully navigating the garden rows. Just as he was about to reach his jacket, he heard a rustling in the bushes. It was Benjamin Bunny, his cousin, who had followed him to Mr. McGregor's garden. Benjamin whispered, "Peter, be careful, Mr. McGregor is nearby. Let's grab your jacket and get out of here." The two rabbits quickly grabbed the blue jacket and dashed for the fence. They narrowly escaped Mr. McGregor's clutches and hopped away, back to the safety of their burrow. Mrs. Rabbit scolded them again for their daring escapade, but was relieved they were safe. From that day on, Peter learned the importance of listening to his mother's advice and the perils of disobedience. He cherished his blue jacket as a reminder of his thrilling, albeit dangerous adventure in Mr. McGregor's garden. And so, the mischievous Peter Rabbit grew up to be a wiser and more responsible bunny, understanding that sometimes the tastiest carrots were those shared with family in the safety of their own burrow.